Peace, 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 peace to the brothers and sisters, the gods and goddesses, the kings and queens. This is Chocolate AMUN-RA in the morning message. Before we go into the morning message, we got to pay all due respect to the Creator. Without the Creator, none of us will be here. You're living in space, 3 rocks from the sun. How many of y'all forgot about that? 3 rocks from the sun. You probably did. You don't think about it. You just go on by your daily basis of your life. Whatever that issue is or whatever the greatness that it is, you know, you enjoy it, but don't forget, 3 rocks from the sun. Peace. The sun rises. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Amun. Peace, 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 peace. Today's message, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, gods and goddesses, is this. Interracial. Interracism, and not racism, excuse me. Interracial. I say interracial, simple fact, because it is much bigger than we think it is. Look it up. Do your research. Interracial is nothing new. It's been going on since the ancient times. Every civilization always believed that they're the first of whatever happened on the planet. If you don't know your research, you think you created a word, you created an idea, but it was already done before you. But listen, interracial. My thing is this here. We always put a label on everything. Literally, we put a label on everything. And I just, sometimes I really get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Because if white people spawn from black people, and you have, and I'll just go into it a little bit. The Africans that was migrating north, when they decide to go north for resources or just to move from one place to another, they got trapped in the ice ages. And the reason why they call it ice ages is because they got caught up in the wintertime and they need to have shelter. If you come from the land of the sun, and this land of the sun is milk and honey, it's constantly warm, and every day you wake up and it's just a beautiful thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you're traveling north for whatever reason why they traveled north, and I believe for resources. My opinion, but you could do your research. So they travel north. So those people who got trapped in ISIS, and I just, like I said again, they went into caves and stuff for shelter. How many years they stayed in there? We don't really know. It's all speculation. So if anybody will talk about, they was in their caves for 5,000 years, you don't know. All the information that we receive is all speculation. It's not true facts. It's all speculation. Dr. Ben clearly made that out. Now, when they came out the caves, you already know, some people believe they lost their soul, their humanity, because when they came out, it was basically kill to eat. We got to survive. This is what we got to do. They lost their melanin, so they became pale people. So these people lost their heritage, lost who they was, and from that point on, the rest is history. Now, this is where it gets tricky to people in modern times, or maybe the last 100, 200 years, right? Because if they go, well, you messing with a white person, why are you in love with a white person? You got to understand something. Whether we like it or not, you can't stop nature of life. I want you to hear me clearly. See, a lot of you read books. I read books too. But I go more with my spirituality, the force, the nature of life, the way it flowed through all things. You cannot stop the deity, if you will, spirit, if you will, that flows like the wind. You can't stop that. It's going to find who it wants. See, your flesh wants everything, but your deity is looking for the right frequency to lock up with. Pay attention. Because in the ancient world, they was mixing together all the time, and it was all about, look how beautiful they are. Not only just that, remember this. War, the spoils of war was resources, and also was the women. So they was having sex and raping them, whatever case may be, at that point in time, and then some of them fell in love with each other. This has been going on for centuries. Literally for centuries. So people will be thinking about, oh, you prejudice. It's not about being prejudiced, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. It has nothing to do with it. Is you got to understand, don't mix in when we say white people or white supremacist people. Interracial couples. This is a name they put in so they could identify couples. Think about it. Interracial was never existed. Go back 30 years ago. See if you can find the word interracial. Go in a dictionary. See how old it really is. 100 years ago, nobody never said interracial. Come on. I'm 50, and when I was a baby, I never heard nobody said interracial. They go, look at the mixed people. Mix what? Why is that white man with that black woman? Why is that black woman with that white man? Why is that black man with that white woman? I'm the unbrother of the human race. If a spaceship literally came from outer space, which we call them aliens. Aliens means from somewhere unknown, from another place. And they came. Every culture on this planet would never think about race never again. It will not exist. What you will hear from the news of the media, it will be the human race against these aliens. Trust me when I tell you this. Let me make it clear for you one more time. If an alien spaceship from outer space, which is unknown, come from space and hover over the planet Earth, and we can see it in the sky, there will be no more black and white. There will never be brown people, yellow people, because everybody will come together. All armies will come together. There will be no Chinese man, Japanese man. That will cease to exist. You have no other choice to band together. So, saying this to say that is that we and most of people here in America, and I will speak here in America, is where I live, you're ignorant because you choose to be ignorant. You choose it because you state, and most of you say, while I was growing up, this is not how it was. But you don't really know that. A lot of you got grandfathers and grandmothers probably slept with a black man or a black woman. They just don't tell you. You understand? Some of them probably fell in love with a different culture. And because it didn't work out, they had malice in their heart. I bet you a lot of y'all don't even know that. Secretly, a lot of your parents like a lot of black athletes, a lot of black singers and entertainers. Secretly, a lot of you black people love white entertainers, white singers. You know you be singing some of them white songs. Come on, I'll tell you, I've done it. I love a lot of white songs. Hall & Oates. I love Hall & Oates. If anyone of y'all know about Hall & Oates, white singers. I like Casey and the Sunshine Band. You know what I mean? I'm a 60s baby. You understand? So we be misconstrue ourselves in so many different ways, man. Interracial couples, people who love each other, who found each other. I was doing this study early this morning, brothers and sisters, kings and queens and gods and goddesses. I mean, listen, I'm talking about couples who've been together for 50 years. All they know is each other. Okay? I'm not talking about these young couples now. I'm talking about couples who've been together 40, 50, 30 years straight, 20 years straight. Because after 10 years, I always believe if you with somebody for 10 years, you might as well keep on going. Ain't no make no sense talking about, I don't want to be with you no more. That's a bunch of bullshit. If you persistent on leaving that person and you decide to really walk away, that means you've been tired of them. You were just tolerating they bullshit. Let's keep it real. I don't care what couple your ass is. But I was doing studying this morning, and this is why I brought it up. Interracial couples. And I'm going to tell you something. You can see the happiness just in their face. It ain't got nothing to do with somebody black and white. Only ignorant people are going to sit up there and cause a problem. I'm going to tell you, my heart was feeling joyful listening to some of these couples, how they met, the beauty of it, how their families took him in. And I know the funny thing is, a lot of these couples seem to come from Europe. American goes to Germany or Turkish or whatever case may be, or Spain. A lot of these couples seem from out of America seem to thrive. Strange. Not trying to say ain't no races in these countries or bigot people in these countries. No. So why do here in America we seem to make it a problem? Look at you messing with a black man. Why is this a problem? Now, those who's listening, because I know you got a lot of pro-black people, a lot of pro-white people. That's because, listen, being pro-black doesn't mean that you don't love another human being. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Pro-black means you love your black people. You representing your black people. Pro-white means you love your white folks. But if you sitting there talking about you should not be with her or him because of their skin color, well, that is when I have a problem. And the reason why I'm telling you this, my wife is Latin. My wife is Dominican, Puerto Rican. Do you understand that? Okay? Now, some of y'all probably like, well, that's different because she's black. Well, I know that because I know her history. You know what I'm saying? But she's lighter than me in so many different shade colors. I'm 6'1". My wife is 5 feet. You understand? So a lot of y'all be like, if you see us in the street, you be like, wow, that's totally different. And then I'm dark. So I have a problem with anybody that's being a bigot or having a problem or being ignorant. Now I'm not going to use the word love because I don't use the word love in these type of terms because you ain't put that time in. You need to put 10 years and better. 10 years and better. 10 years and better means nothing matters but you and that other human being that you've been together. And you're going to be together for the rest of your life till you die. Interracial couples, they just like everybody else. It's because people put labels on everything and put them in brackets. That's why it's a problem. Because you listen to the society and it's madness. When you go dig into history of why people put brackets and names to people, it's just to identify you. They're trying to identify you like an animal, like you a street or something like that. This is why it's problems. When you decide to stop living in society's madness, and the madness comes from people that is long gone dead, they created these different fucking brackets just so they can identify you, and you've been following it for so long. But here, most of y'all go to church. You sit there talking about God loves everybody, but let's be real. How many of y'all really invited another culture to your house and break bread? Interracial couples. This is Chocolate AMUN-RA. Peace.